maximum dose of fentanyl.
Damn.
Medical to alert status. Prepare for full containment on level 6.
What's going on, ladies and gents? It's Cyberland coming at you with another film review. This time we're moving on to Underworld Awakening. What's going on, ladies and gents? It's Cyberland coming at you with another film review. This time we're moving on to another Underworld film of the Underworld saga. Awakening. Now this one, at this point, I just wasn't really interested in watching Underworld. I wouldn't say the last film, The Rise of the Lycans, left a bad taste in my mouth. I was just like, just wasn't interested. I was just like, it was kind of a film like, I kept seeing it, but I was like, yeah, I'll get around to it. I think I've become more selective with films when I'm going to watch them. It's just like, I don't have to just watch it when everybody else watches it, or it has to be the newest thing. It depends on what it is. And Underworld was just one of those films where, like, I'll get around to it, you know? Still, no disrespect to the cast. I felt the story was good. And you know what? I liked Awakening more than Rise of the Lycans. That's for damn sure. And I think the reason why I liked it more was because the characters. When I look back on it now, Rise of the Lycans wasn't that it was a bad film. It's just the characters were just so... They just weren't as appealing as the characters from 1 and 2. It was specifically 2, and then really this film 4. It was the characters. I liked the characters more so in 2 and 1 and 4 than I did the third Underworld film. So with this film, we find Celine breaking out of some type of scientific lab. She's been held captive for the last 5 years since part 2, the second film. And we don't know where Michael is. Apparently something happened, like, with them. They got separated. And we also find out that pretty much Lycans and vampires have been... It's no longer a secret that they exist, and they've been hunted by humans and are being exterminated. So during this time period, while Celine is pretty much out of it, the majority of the vampires and the majority of Lycans are completely being eradicated from the planet. So everything that the vampires and lycans tried to do in the first films, and eventually, you know, it was only a matter of time before the public became aware of what's really going on, and it started to be like, doesn't matter if you're lycan or vampire, you gotta get up out of here. You gotta go. So with this film, Celine is just trying to figure out what's happened and the best way to deal with the fact of a hybrid that she's aware of, as well as dealing with the fact that the behaviors, the elements that she did in the first and second film. And then also trying to find Michael as well. As far as action, I felt this one was a lot more violent than the last three films. I think it was a lot more graphic. The other thing I noticed too is Selena's a lot more less forgiving when it comes to fighting human or lycan. She doesn't care. Like in the first film and even the second, she wasn't so inclined to try to kill humans. This time, if they're in the way, she'll take them out. She doesn't have. I noticed this film, she doesn't have a lot of mercy or sympathy for them this time around. And it can be justified when they're trying to kill her or shoot her. She feels some type of way. As far as the cast goes, the great. What's his name? Let's get I think it's I didn't get his name. The gentleman, you know who I'm talking about. Tyrion Lannister, the guy that was in Game of Thrones. He's done a lot. He was also in Alien 3. I remember him from that. And Last Action Hero, the villain Last Action Hero. I forget the actor's name, but he's a wonderful actor. He really carried this film. I felt outside of him and Kate Beckinsale's character, he was pretty much the other entertainment quality of this film. I felt when they casted him, they did a great job because he really shines in here, and he really kept me interested in the film. And it's not that I didn't care about Celine at this point, but what else could she do that she hadn't done? And what else could she say that she hadn't said before? And with bringing this character in, I felt he did a huge service to Underworld and keeping me entertained and keeping me wanting to watch this film. And I think because of him being in this film, I was more inclined to, right after I saw this film, I watched the fifth film, like right after, like immediately. He really kept me entertained. He wasn't really a fighter, but the dialogue for his character, his mannerisms, how he just acted. Besides Celine and her kick-ass scenes and her abilities and such, that was the highlight. So my rating for this film, I give it 4 and a 5. Yes, sirs. I do think it was better than Rise of the Lycans. I felt, as I already said in my views on Rise of the Lycans. However, I don't like it better than 1 and 2. I think 2 was probably... To me, I think 2 was really the best one so far. But again, turn your brain off, not looking for metaphors or messages. It's another entertaining film. And if you like the other Underworld films, especially if you like Underworlds 1 and 2, I really think you'll enjoy this one. I didn't feel anything about it was bad per se. I didn't feel anything. It didn't drag to me. It was just entertainment. And it's, again, if you like the first 2 films, check it out. You're not going to get Rise of the Lycans kind of thing. I don't think that'll be the type of fun we get when we watch this. Yeah. So with that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.